actually funny. That song just coincidentally ended pretty much perfect right there. That had
You
nothing.
had that plan. Come on. You've been doing
I
this
would
long
like
enough
to say that when I'm doing streaming normally during the week, I do try and time those things. It's usually a song I know, or even if it's a Harris Heller thing, I let it kind of finish. But that one was completely unexpected. I think it's just your presence being here just made everything work out perfectly.
It just happened.
Yeah, it just happened.
Brought it all together.
It did.
Brought it all together.
Brought it all together on this Thursday evening. Once again, we are back. It is roughly 5:30 Pacific, as we always like to say, 8:30 Eastern.
Yep.
And we are back for some beverage podcasting. If you're new to the show or have found us through an archive on YouTube or a podcast or something and don't know who the hell we are, my name's Andrew.
And I'm Keith.
And we are About Beverages. And we've been doing this for
2008. Actually, the other shirt that I almost wore was it was Refreshing with Substance. I didn't have my Stirring It Up.
I actually want to get that one, but I want to get it in a different color. We have some other shirt ideas. We need to, again, we keep saying this, but we need to make a plan within the next month. We need to get together,
get the
make
merch.
those couple new shirts, and then order some also for ourselves there too. Just because I was thinking that the other day, I was like, oh, I'd like to have that shirt, but I'd like it in a different color some other things. Anyway, exclamation point merch if you're interested in any of that stuff. Baker, it is always wonderful to see you. Pocket, how are you? Yeah. Good to see you as well. Evening, Bev boys. Well, Bevy boys. Let's just get right into the first beverage, and then we can continue with our conversation because we've got a lot of liquid to drink here.
Well, we don't have to drink it all.
You said
this one has a cap.
Okay, that's true. Yeah. All right, so that one we won't drink straight out of. So you have brought to the tasting table this evening something at least is the very baseline of every other beverage almost that we enjoy.
Water. Yes.
Yeah.
Look at this. The NAU shirt, I conjured up LG. Manifested LG.
You did. Hello, everyone.
Look at that.
Go Jacks. There it is.
All
LG,
right.
how's it going? Good to see you. LG's moving into his new place tomorrow.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Okay.
He was literally telling me the other day when he was in stream, he said he was going to be doing some of his final packing. He was going to watch our stream, and then as soon as it was done, he was going to pack up the computer right afterwards. So
wow.
we are the final thing before he packs up the PC. I believe that's what you told me. If not, pretend that it is so that it sounds good.
We will be up there in a few weeks to get our son back up there. Yeah, moving back in.
Get your ass back up there.
That's right. Back into school.
So this is Proud Source Spring Water. This is bottled at the source of the Rocky Mountains in Idaho.
Idaho, yeah.
Not Denver.
No.
I thought the Rocky Mountains would be a lot rockier than this.
Stop. Yeah,
I should have known. I should have gotten that clip ready to go. Crafted by nature, bottled for nature. So what is the big difference with this than any other just actual bottled water? I guess we've got some nice sustainable aluminum here, I suppose.
Yeah, that's one thing. One of the things.
Naturally
filtered through thousands of layers of ancient volcanic rock.
Alkaline spring
minerals
water.
And electrolytes that deliver a smooth, crisp taste.
Okay.
Yes.
I like smooth, crisp taste.
This just showed up recently at the store. The store for people who might not know, Trader Joe's, which is where I work. And there were people already drinking it. I was hearing it is still amazing to me, but it's proof because our number one watched podcast is still the water. How people are passionate about their water.
People are very passionate about their water.
Discussion started to go on between a couple of my coworkers. One liked it, one didn't. It was like, I think it's the best one.
And we've got two different versions too, which we'll talk about in just a second.
The sparkling version. Yes.
This one has naturally occurring minerals and electrolytes. It's got calcium, magnesium, potassium, silica, bicarbonate, chlorides. EDS?
Kids. No.
And the pH is 8.1 to 8.5. Ooh, could be.
Okay.
Could be.
Touchdowns.
Golgo, how's it going? Good to see you as well. Indeed, early morning tomorrow. But you were going to be so happy. It's going to be one of those things where it's such a process of packing up your stuff. I mean, and getting ready and boxing and then getting to the new place and setting up. But that's to me, in a way, sometimes I like the setting up part because it's kind of like you're recreating again. And
correct.
Do you want to change things around? Do you want to move things? I know you're going to be setting up some monitors in different spots and it'll be a big pain. But in the end, you're going to be like, there'll just be this little sigh where you're like, oh, does the ingredients include water? Crap, Golgo, I didn't look.
It does include water. Yes.
Oh my God, it doesn't say. Oh, look, it's bottled at the source. Okay. Springs, Custer County, Colorado.
Michaela? Or something like that.
Yeah. Natural alkaline spring water is bottled at the source near the base of Idaho's majestic mountain, McCaleb. It's naturally filtered with thousands of layers.
I'm assuming LG, you're going to have a bigger place? Better? I mean, I don't know what your last place was like. Maybe I guess it could be a bad assumption.
Oh, there you go. I've donated so much stuff while packing. Really nice to declutter. That is also a nice thing you wind up doing too.
That's good. Yep.
I like always missed it by like a month. It was like about a couple months ago. I was like, oh, I really should. There's some stuff in the garage I should go through. And all of a sudden it's like, it's too hot. I can't go in the garage. I can't.
But speaking of hot, you are wearing a long sleeve shirt.
I am
in the summer
because thank God.
So there has to be something special. Well, also the mini
it's
split.
Fine in here.
Yeah.
I literally thought of this today because of that. I was like, oh, it actually feels okay in our tasting room now, thanks to the air conditioning. I was like, oh, I'm like I could wear. I don't get to wear this shirt very often. It's a Destiny shirt. This is for one of the guns in Destiny.
All right.
It actually glows in the dark.
Oh,
yeah. Exactly.
Will we be going dark later?
Never know. It could be working blue. All right. Well, let's have some water for God's sake.
Let's have some water.
Do you want to talk about the color at all? I mean, I know it's not an official podcast, but
the water is clear. Thank God. If it wasn't, I guess that's when you talk about it.
There's like almost like a grit to it, or like a powder. Like there's something like there's this little body to this, like a little bit in a way. I know that sounds silly, but it's not just like
if it
the tap water
has
I had
all the
earlier,
minerals in there that they're saying, the naturally occurring minerals from thousands of layers of volcanic soil.
Yeah, I don't know what
and a fistful of sand.
A fistful of sand.
Yeah, through a fistful of sand. Right
that's the other lesser known Clint Eastwood movie.
Yes.
Yeah. He was fistful of dollars, $2 more, and fistful of sand.
Yeah, a movie about mineral water. Fistful of sand. Yeah. We just had water. Wait, not enough water had it?
Did a spaghetti western in the Middle East. There's a lot of sand everywhere. It's in the Sahara Desert. It's called a fistful of sand. I did before. Like I thought, well, maybe I can. Like maybe might be some. I mean, like dirt and things like that does have a smell to it. I was trying to see, like, what is the big thing with pH? Like, say, I don't like pH stuff other than how it applies to beer and stuff. Like, I don't really know how it applies with what. Like, is there like
it's your body has a certain pH? I don't know,
and that's
maybe
what
we
you
have
should
some
have.
Science people here in chat, but it's certain. Yeah, your body. You don't want to be too acidic. You want to have a balance, a pH, and blah blah blah. But I don't really know how it works. Right.
Moving to a more townhome kind of style place, got grilling and planter box space now, which is one of the big pros. That's right. Nice. I remember the grill thing you were talking about too.
Yes.
Aren't you podcasting on this water after the popularity of your past water podcast? It is. It's all just, we're just piling into past successes
not actual
that we've
podcast,
had.
Though.
Yeah, that's
Those
true.
Were just kind of, we needed something to open today. So
we keep talking about that. We've threatened it enough. We should revisit those three, I guess. Do we actually get those same three?
Oh yeah.
We should do that at some point.
Like it's just a very elaborate Trader Joe's.
Volcanic ash. I know. Exactly. Watch how you say that.
You can kiss my volcanic ash.
It's good. Like, I don't know. What does this cost?
That's a good question.
I know. That's why I asked it. I'm
an
interviewer.
$149 maybe? Something like that?
$149.
I've got my receipt out on the kitchen.
$149 for basically two 12-ounce cans, because this is 25 ounces.
When we go out there, we'll check it out. These I know there was a 6-pack of, and these are 12 fluid ounces. This was $6
per.
No, per 6-pack.
Oh, okay. So
$1 a piece.
Oh, okay.
Here. So yes, that would make sense if that was $149.
Okay.
So
I mean, it's good. Yeah. Like, I don't know. For me, it's always like the weird thing where it's, like I feel like you should buy a clean canteen and have a good filter water on your refrigerator.
Yeah.
And some people actually have good water, which blows my mind. Like, people are like, my tap water is delicious. I'm like, is it really? And then I've heard people say, actually, yes, it is.
Yeah. Yeah. I remember, was it Lasha Heiser, who we learned from Tia? She would say there was somebody in Colorado who had the golden palate, and she said that the perfect water. Palate. That's what not gold, not to be confused with golden throat on Henley.
Or the showers.
Well, no, she didn't have that. As far as I know. But supposedly that water was perfect for making like certain different kinds of tea. The tap water in Denver was, where she was.
Probably again because of the minerality that it pulls out of, like, we've even talked about with coffee and stuff.
That's
why you don't want like RO water for that kind of stuff.
Well, like for beer, you guys you add certain minerals depending on
what your water is lacking in and stuff like. Yeah, for sure. I mean, in some places, like I know, I don't think it's going to like. Specifically like Dragoon here in town, I'm sure other brewers do this too. They actually do completely, like, there's nothing in the water and then they add everything back in, so it's exactly what they want. So they don't ever like kind of mess with that kind of stuff. Seattle water is 1,000 times better than any bottled water I've bought. I would love to try that. Like, that would be interesting. If people want to start sending us tap waters, I'll set up a PO box. I don't know how they would make it. More expensive than petrol, or as you say, gas. Well, not here. Like, this is not. I could get per
gallon, I guess.
Oh, for an actual gallon, that's
if we
true.
have to take it out that
item
far.
to item.
Yes.
Yeah, that's true. That is very true. All right, are you ready to try some sparkling?
Oh, yeah.
So what do they add to the sparkling? Is there something else besides just carbonation?
Naturally occurring minerals and electrolytes. That's it. Calcium, magnesium, potassium, silica, bicarbonates, TDS.
TDS again. We got to look that up. I'm going to look that up.
Fluorides.
Ellie, how's it going? Good to see you. We have big RO water filters in the lab. I've always wondered how it would taste. It's going to literally taste like nothing. Like RO water isn't bad. It's just like that literally takes out everything out of it.
Yeah, I don't. That's
why you don't want to make coffee with that. Like you don't want to make, like I said, there's a lot of things you don't want to do with that. Not because it's like going to hurt you anyway, but it's not going to give you the proper flavor.
That's what we have now at work. We can each have our own.
Did you want to share, or what do you? I'll drink a whole water. I'm thirsty. I'll drink your water.
At work now, we used to have an actual.
Oh, thank you. Now I don't have to look it up. I knew we
had dissolved solids.
Total dissolved solids.
Okay.
So is there a certain number of TDSs you wouldn't want to see? Like if I read a number like 400, you'd be like, put that down immediately. Yeah. Dear God, what have you done?
1 million dissolved solids.
Because this has a TDS of 166.8. So that's probably the dissolved solids of the calcium, the magnesium, potassium, like all of that stuff. Which actually, I wonder if those numbers add up. 145 plus 6. I bet this. No, that doesn't. That's not going to add up. That's not going to be correct. No, I thought I had something. I was so excited. I thought I had something.
Dissolved in the solvent.
We have a science person here. Oh, I know. See, I knew it. I knew it. Going camping later? Ooh, Ellie, that should be fun. That should be super fun. That's right. You were telling me about that because you said you were getting your alcohol you're ready for, and you said maybe even a little weed. So that was the plan.
Oh, the camping.
Those are the camping supplies. I was like, oh, these are your supplies. These are your 3 days worth of supplies. These are the supplies. The TD. Yeah, I need you to get some TDS reports here. That's a shorthand way to measure osmolarity or conductivity, I think. Same kind of vibe. There we go. And s'mores don't. Well, I would hope you would be craving some s'mores after the other two things I just mentioned.
That's right. S'mores and probably like a nice stout or maybe even something to finish up the night. A little bit of
a barrel aged something
or whiskey or something. Oh yeah.
I made some actually earlier today. The combo thing we do is there's a mac and cheese that we get out at Costco. It's like one of their ones at the back. It's like one of their fresh things.
Okay.
And it's it's very kind of generic mac and cheese. It's honestly kind of boring. Like it doesn't have there's not a good crumble crust on top of it. There's not it's not seasoned. Like it's just literally it's like we had macaroni and we had cheese and we threw them together. Like there's not some thought put into it. But we get that, and then we bought some bratwurst, and then I make bratwurst on the side, and then I dice that up and I mix that into the mac and cheese.
Okay.
And then today, what I actually cooked the bratwurst in, like I said, the beer and a little bit of whiskey, which I put in there. I reduced that down into a little bit of a syrup, and then that I put on the top of the mac and cheese of the bratwurst. Yeah, it came out really good. It was just kind of like this
little extra from Debo, or is this your
thing.
own
No, that was a me.
Okay.
That was the beverages right here. That was a Barron's. So genuinely excited to turn 18. Well, I would hope so. I'm always excited when I turned 18.
Then don't do all those other things we were talking about.
That's right. Yeah.
No, do your own things.
No, Ellie's in the UK, so it's then that's okay.
Right.
Yeah. Like I said, they got a whole different set of rules over there.
All right.
They're living wild and fancy free over in the UK. But yeah, like I said, no, it came out really good. Not really smelling anything in this one either.
No. Just
raspberry? Cherry?
I can really smell that.
I was almost going to send you some. Do you actually have your if I sent you a message late at night, does your phone ring? Like I would never want to send you a message and have it ring.
I have my volume off, and sometimes I turn my phone off at night. To get and if not, my volume's off, and I have this down because if this were up, the light could possibly wake.
Oh, you have a very delicate, easy to wake up.
Not me.
Oh, okay.
Although not that I know. Who knows? Maybe it would.
Mostly excited for the tattoo. Yeah, that's right, Ellie. You were showing me the tattoo. That
all kinds of things are happening.
I know. Yeah, Ellie's
camping and s'mores and
sweet
tattoos.
Sweet sounding tattoo that she's getting.
Ooh, a s'mores tattoo.
A s'mores tattoo. It just looks like it's melting on your arm. It's like, oh God,
dripping down.
It was like midnight, and I was like, oh, I want to text Keith, and I was like, well, I don't know if he'd have his. I would hate to wake him up. Okay, that's good to know that I can text you something.
Yeah, you could. Yes.
All right. Yeah. It was that guy that he's a sommelier that I really like. I think he works for Bon Appetit. I think I've sent you one of his videos before.
Yeah, I knew you were talking about. Oh no, you were talking about something else last week.
Oh, okay. He's really great, but he went through celebrity wines, and he was like letting you know, like, are they good, or the value there, all that kind of stuff. And I think he went through like 12 or 13 wines in like 16 minutes. So it's not like very long. Like it's good little bits of information. Right. He hits like they're very well done videos. Like I said, Bon Appetit does great, and this guy is like awesome. But at one of the ones he tried a caduceus from Maynard James Keenan one, and he really liked. He's like, oh, this is worth every bit of $50. Like, this is really good.
Oh, okay.
And actually, he said the one that they had there, I'll send you the video, but he talked about, he's like, this is one that's interesting because it's kind of an old world style flavor. And he's like, oh, I'm surprised this is coming from Arizona. He's like, this is really well crafted. He's like, this is one you could put as a trickster on a table. If people are doing a blind tasting, they would think this actually comes from this place in Italy. Oh, and it doesn't. Wow. Okay. And he was like, this 100% would fool somebody. He's like, that's how good this is. I was like, wow, that's cool. He liked a lot of the other ones too. Like there wasn't too many he ragged on. I think the Bon Jovi one, there was like a rosé. He kind of ripped that one a little bit because he was and there was one from Cameron Diaz has one or something like that. Oh, and that was one. He's like, this is good. He's like, but you can find this for $12, not $24. Like it was kind of one of those where it's like, that's your Cameron Diaz tax.
Something about Mary's rosé.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, the cork actually kind of sticks up on this weird angle. I don't know.
Oh, because of the
yeah. I don't know.
Is that hair gel?
Yeah, exactly. Better than a weed tattoo? It's true. It is better than a weed tattoo. Keith, look into night mode automatic each night if you set it up. So good.
Yeah, I know that's on there. I just have never bothered to set that up because I usually manually take care of it by either turning it off or turning it. But I should do that. I know my son's got his thing where it'll say he's got the do not disturb thing on or something that. So
I've had that asked at Sunshine. How's it going? Good to see you. Hey, here we go.
What's the story, Norm? Thirsty guy walks into a bar. You finish it.
Ellie, thank you for the Prime resub. Appreciate the 11 months. Catch this. We have caught it. Thank you so much. That is super nice. I appreciate you keeping your Prime sub here. And shockingly, if someone there's someone that's been in chat lately during the day, and they usually right after someone does do that, they will hit there's a exclamation point Prime. You may have a Prime sub sitting in your pocket right now, completely free. You should give that to someone. Doesn't have to be us. I mean, I'd love it if it was us, but it doesn't have to be. You should give it to somebody. It's free money for somebody. Nearly a year. You were right there. You were right on the cusp. My dog, my do not disturb starts at 9:10 to 5:45 a.m. That's pretty nice. There we go. Socials, beverage. Yep. Sunshine's got it all. Sunshine knows.
Just jumped right in.
Yeah.
Yes. Making it all happen there for us.
Good to see you though. Yeah. I have not done the do not disturb stuff.
Let me talk to him. Excuse us. Are you the singing boy? Hello? Hi. Forget it. My guess is this is a singing bush.
I edited that too. Like I actually did some edits on these too because some of them were kind of long, some of these bits. LG finding one of the early new redemptions.
Yes, Andrew was working very hard on those today.
This is probably more than I should have, to be honest. Probably way more than I should have. There was the one you were looking for. Going to sleep. See you soon, Bevy. Ellie, thank you for being here. Thank you for the resub. Appreciate it. If I don't talk to you for some reason before then, have a wonderful camping trip. Be safe, and I want to talk to you when you get back. Yeah, that is a good one. I thought, I went through particularly getting something else, and then dude, I got it. You didn't. It's all right. You were close. That one's a weird one. I have to go buy a mattress. That's sometimes a more expensive thing than you hope it to be.
Yeah, but it's a good investment. But don't skimp on them. Well, especially as you get older, you don't skimp on the mattress. You realize you have to. So,
I vote for a purple mattress. I have heard people talk about the purple. We all, I think, have different kind of mattresses. I love my purple.
I'm at the purple.
I went to the purple. He's gone to plaid. I completely forgot. What did you also completely forget?
He had to buy a mattress.
He had to buy a mattress?
Probably.
Oh, that could be. He's like, I just pitched the other one out a window when I realized. I can do without the carbonation.
Yeah, I'm fine with it, but yeah.
Youngblood, how's it going? Good to see you. Might not be here for tomorrow's stream, so next you hear from me, you will be tattooed properly. Oh, yeah. There you go. There's the other one. Share the water. This one I edited as well too. Yeah, that part was just I wanted to cut a little bit more, but that was just too funny.
Lip balm?
Yeah, I had to do this too. Like I was gonna. That was I was gonna cut that down to even shorter, and then I was like, God, I just kept laughing as I was doing. I was like, so I edited as much as I could. Shalom, my brethren. Kind of haven't been online as much. I had noticed that. Hopefully you're doing okay, Youngblood. It's good to see you. That is gloriously edited. Yeah, there was little clips that were longer, and it was kind of neat. I actually looked at how they edited the things back and forth together, and then based my edits on how things like mashed together. Like,
on the movie, you mean?
On the movie, yeah.
Wow.
Like I watched the entire clip. And fine, in grad school and working full time, I figured that's probably all it was. But like I said, good to hear it though, and it is good to see you. It is good to see you. But yeah, Ellie, I look forward to pictures of the tattoo. I'm sure when you get it done. But yeah, I actually kind of watched like how, and not that they didn't have like any complex editing in it, but it was just like when they did their cuts back and forth, and it's when I was like, okay, I'm gonna cut when they were going to. What can I move to that then I could cut to make it look like it just went back and forth. That's why I was like took weirdly longer than it should have today. But I don't know. It's like
we're putting it out there. You now that you put these videos on YouTube, they're out there. And all this stuff is so this is gonna live on at least for a while. It lives on.
Yeah, exactly. So you
got to put it out. You got to do it right.
And again, it's probably something only I would notice. But it's one of those things like I notice it when it's not right. So then it's like I have to make it as right as possible.
There are other. Certainly, you'd be in that upper tier of people who would notice something like that, but there would be people who would probably appreciate your cinematic editing efforts for sure.
Well, I appreciate that. But yeah, all right. Well, you guys have found, or not found, they're all there if you click on. That's 2 out of the 3. I think I have 4 new ones total. So you got 2 more if you want to do them at some point. Just let me know. Just got to make sure that you're going to do them. Do the redemptions. Yeah. So if I was going to buy either one of these.
Worse than that time I was stuck behind Robert Lozier at the airport.
May I have your name, please?
Robert Lozier.
Can you spell that for me?
Certainly. That's Robert Lozier. R as in Robert Lozier. O as in, oh my God, it's Robert Lozier.
I love that so much.
By God, that's Robert Lozier. E as in everybody loves Robert Lozier. R as in Robert Lozier. T as in Tim, look over there, it's Robert Lozier. Space. L as in look, it's Robert Lozier.
I guess I'll do it. I'm swimming in cool caps. I meant to do even other ones today, like I said, so that's why unfortunately it's multiple ones from Three Amigos because I had that movie and I was like, I should do all the clips.
All,
and then all of a sudden I was like, I need to do at least one more.
So do you have to actually have that on your computer? Is that what you do then? And
I
you
did.
Break that down? Okay, all right.
And then I edit it down.
Say I have a plethora of piñatas?
Oh, yes. You have a plethora.
Jefe, what is a plethora?
Why, guapo?
Well, you told me I have a plethora. And I just would like to know if you know what a plethora is.
I can make them slightly louder, I think I'm realizing now.
Person would tell someone he has a plethora and find out that that person has no idea what it means to have a plethora.
Also, edited.
You didn't do the... could it be possible?
No, it just goes. It's just too
That'd
long.
be part 2.
It's just, I thought it like that.
Plethora part 2.
And even that right there, I have 2 edits in there, like of shortening up some like little back and forth things, and then again, but looking how they did their back and forth edits and tightening up stuff.
A person of your superior intellect.
Yeah, that was intellect. Could it be that you're turning 40 today? No. Could it be? That was kind of funny in itself.
It goes like psychology on him there.
Yeah,
that was good.
Could it be because
Robert
Carmen would rather choose to sleep alone than sleep in your bedroom? And he get a little. He does. It's pretty funny. I love. As I was editing those, I almost clipped. Did I clip? I did, but I wound up not making it because I did the Family Guy one because I was like, oh god, it's too many from Three Amigos. I actually and I haven't edited it yet, but I have the clip of the. I know this man. He's Ned Niederlander.
Yeah.
Little Nettie Knickus.
Nettie Knickus. I am that fast.
He's like, it's always so nice to meet a fan. And I always like, but then I learned about camera tricks, trick photography. I was crushed. I never use any camera tricks.
I am that
No
fan.
one is that. Yeah. We shall see. Does anyone have a stopwatch or at least something with a second hand? I have a stopwatch. Oh, good. No. As you Americans say, we'll play for keeps.
Tequila. It's like beer.
Yeah. And
That would be a beverage-related one. Actually.
I also clipped too, but I think it's probably inappropriate. I also clipped too the I know my man like I know my own smell. And he goes over and he's like, and you are Jose. We raped the horses.
We plundered and
pruned the hedges of many small villages. Who the hell are you?
Yeah, who the hell are you?
But yeah. That whole bit is, and we ripped the horses and rode off on the women. He like reversed the two. To me, it's hysterical, but it's like I was like, those are all good work. Thank you, Baker. I appreciate it. Yeah, it was just some silly fun today because I have like a list of like 6 or 7 things. Also, I was like, I got to start making some of these clips. The only thing I did find that was kind of nice was I started. If I convert the file that I have to a different web file, it actually takes up less space. So then I have more storage on that service that we use for that. So
okay.
More clips, more clips. Yeah, this one's good. Like, because there's something about sparkling always makes my palate think like, where's the flavor? Even more so than just like water itself. Like is fine. Like I don't expect anything, but there's something about carbonation that just makes me think like, oh, there should be a flavor or something going on here. I would think, and not having.
They were kind of conditioned, like at least we were soda early on. So
right.
Usually, carbonation meant some sort of flavor, but or now it means like Waterloo or Spindrift or something along those lines. Something.
But some sort of flavor in there though. But yeah, no, that's still pretty good. How's your week been? Done anything exciting this week? You've been watching more of JoJo. You're wrapping up that entire series, right?
Not the entire series.
No, not the entire series.
Each season has lots of episodes. 11
billion episodes.
We just finished season 2, which had 48 episodes in it.
48?
Yeah, something like that. 48. They go really fast, though. It helps that you can skip the intro, you skip the outro, and obviously there's no commercial breaks because it's Netflix. But it was it was good. It's funny. After we finished that season, both Pocket and I, because the next day our son said, "Oh, do you want to watch another? You want to watch that? Start the next season?" And both it was weird. Both of us were like, we actually kind of need a day off because I kind of feel sad that we're leaving those characters, most of them.
Oh, do they all die at the end of each season?
No, a few of them died, but then
because they had Peaceful Easy Feeling as their stand.
That's right, as their stand, and that's not good.
That's not good. We found that one's pretty weak.
So that anyway. So, but then we started the season 3, which moves up like I think 12 years. And
my gosh,
yeah. So,
what is the timeline that they're actually in?
80. The season 2 was 1987.
Oh, okay.
And then so season 3 is 1999.
Oh,
the first one was like 1920 or something like that, or the 30s. I think.
Oh my god.
No, it was he was born in the 20. So it was like it's in like the late 30s was the first season. So
does he live forever?
5, I believe. No, it's not. Now he's the main guy from the first season is the grandfather of the main guy from the second season, and the main guy from the third season is. Now we're just learning about him, but he's still tied into the main guy from the second season. So, Snowmelt, I think they're talking about. We have tried. That's the electrolyte one. I brought one over. It's there's if you look up, what's the company? Snowmelt, and then just type in electrolyte. It'll probably come up. I think that's what we're talking.
Upslope?
Yeah. I brought one of those over once. I brought the grapefruit and hop one.
Oh, yeah.
We opened the show, I think, with one.
We did open the show with one of those.
So, yeah.
Go in the archives at AboutBeverages.com. We're actually specifically on YouTube. What show? Sorry, I missed it. JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. Is that the anime you're watching?
That's what we are. What we are watching.
So you were watching Boulder Column Upslope. Okay, so
Upslope. Then they're a brewery too. So
yeah, Upslope.
As far as that kind of stuff, that was our favorite. I've been reading though articles like that the sales of hard seltzer are really going down. Like Boston Beer was saying how their Truly line sales are going down, and
is that who makes Truly?
Yeah,
Boston Beer Company.
So I was reading
Sam Adams.
that fad has kind of, at least for now, going the other direction. So the title of
this is where I'd put up the meme of good.
We the whole ranch water name. Every time Pog and I see that commercial for Dos Equis, we're like,
we were talking about that just the other day.
Yeah, and it's just so. I think you and I, even when we had the ranch water that time, we were like, why?
Well, we had to look it up because the commercial was coming up, and it was. I think it was actually we were over at our brother's house, or I was over there, and because we were watching Better Call Saul. And that commercial kept coming on, and everyone was like, "What is ranch?" And they were saying, like, having the exact same. I was like, I think it's tequila. And I'm like, I don't know, and I had to look it up because I couldn't remember exactly what it was.
Yeah.
Sunshine, thank you for the lurk. I appreciate it very much. So, but yeah, that's a terrible name.
That's
ranch
a bad
water.
name.
That's a bad
because
name.
ranch dressing is so
iconic.
And so known for that. So then you think,
and also ranch water, even at its best, sounds like dirty water. Like it's unfiltered, and it's like I just pulled this out of a cow slop or something like that.
Springs water, or I don't know, something.
Anything else.
Well, yeah. So
it's dirty and dusty. It's rough and tumble. The ranch water, not this. But yeah, I would definitely drink the like I said, the Proud Source is good. Like I said, if you were looking at like, oh, I need to grab a water or something, I would definitely pick that like way over like
the bottle's cool.
The bottle's cool.
Yeah.
Like sitting and that can be recycled. Like I said, way over like, Dasani's and things, all that kind of stuff, which I think is actually kind of, Dasani's like super salty. Like it's almost like they want me to drink more of it and buy more of it or something. I don't know what they're thinking.
Wait. Probably do.
That seems like a Pepsi thing to do.
Isn't Dasani Coke though?
Son of
a...
what
was the one that's Pepsi? It's the other...
I'll be lurking too. I really need to buy a mattress before I move in the morning.
Yeah.
That's probably a good thing. The floor sleeping is fun. Get out a sleeping bag. You like camping and stuff, LG, please. Maybe look into the purple mattress that Sunshine was talking about. I have heard good things about those and some of those other like ones you can buy that just
Aquafina. That's it.
Aquafina. Is Aquafina Coke?
That's Pepsi, I believe.
That's Pepsi? Okay.
Dasani was good. At least used to be. I don't know how those things shake out anymore, but
hopefully you don't shake it up too much if it's sparkling water.
They're not. No, they're
unless
still.
You do the turn. Have you seen that? It actually works. If you drop a can of soda or something on the ground, this came up in Better Call Saul the other day, and then it was like all the rage on the internet. Because I was like, is that real? That can't work. And then people were doing it on TikTok. I'm like, oh my God, it works. If you drop like a can of soda on the ground or something like that sparkling, if you pick it up and then just literally turn it like this, the centrifugal force pushes the bubbles outward, and you just do it like 8 or 10 times, you can open it right up.
Oh, there used to be a thing where they would say if that happened, you could tap the top of the can too.
I remember that people used to tap it. Yeah, maybe that does the same thing. The vibration pushed out, but yeah, it was this.
Okay,
because everyone was like, "Is that real?"
We'll do it live here as a test. Sometime.
We could.
Now
Pepsi
with the beer,
also owns Life Water.
Oh yeah.
Oh, was that actually another one too?
I've heard of that.
All these companies should just invest in filtration systems for your house, so you don't have to spend the gas and all the other money that it costs and
all the packaging,
shipping, all this packaging, and everything else to do this kind of stuff. Have everyone buy like a clean canteen or something like that? Life Water. Oh, I have seen that. Okay, hydration starts now. Look, it didn't get auto-modded. I think as long as you have been here for a while, usually most stuff is usually okay. Like I said, sometimes if you're putting images and things, I think that stuff it'll still flag, but I think it kind of knows website stuff. But again, I can't claim.
You've got a big moving day. You need to go get your mattress.
Go get your mattress. Go look at. You want me to put links to those purple mattresses? I'll put them in there. Holy, this is my first time witnessing a podcast. Simon, it's good to see you. Oh my gosh, you were up super late. This is all of my like European contingent is coming in.
Oh wow. Okay.
Simon is in the Netherlands.
Oh, that's
like
cool.
Yeah. Way over. It's usually like a 9-hour difference. Simon, for the love of God, it's like 3 a.m.
Insanely
Go to bed.
Late.
Anyways, I'll be lurking. See you. All right, LG, thank you very much. I appreciate it. Appreciate the lurk. Appreciate everybody hanging out today.
And we're talking about water. Jeez. We should make it worth your while and maybe
3:15. See, I was even right. 3:15 a.m. I'm good. You got to know time zones in this business.
That's
People
true.
are always asking really stuff like that. I'm very drunk. Well, at least you're at home. At least you're safe. It's the support group for everyone coming back very late from drinking.
We're here for you. You can watch us drink.
You can watch us drink. We're going to have something to drink. We're actually going to have something pretty strong that I think since that very first time, my wife has never had this gin again after having kind of a little bad experience. Well, I don't know if it was a bad experience, but it was just, I think she was not ready for the strength of the Navy strength gin. So
I don't think I've ever had. I've heard of there's a Ford's Navy strength gin or something like that. I've never had this. So anyway, no, I'm looking forward to trying this.
Yeah, so we're going to try that first over the Spicy Pickle Monster, which is not a euphemism at all. Is actually the name of a sour beer from Prairie Artisan Ales, correct? Yeah. So that one we were going to have a little bit, and I felt that one might overpower the flavors of the gin.
Possibly.
Not the alcohol, of course, but the flavors of it. So
yeah,
going that route. Famous Grouse. That is, have we looked that up before? I swear that's not Famous Footwear. The Famous Grouse. Is that an Irish whiskey? Scotland. Oh, it's Scottish. Okay.
Scottish.
Confirm and continue. Scotland's favorite whiskey for over 40 years. Discover what makes our finest blend so perfectly balanced. Oh, they do a bourbon cask, a ruby cask. Oh, okay. That's right. You did have me look this up because you can get this at Total. Like I can get this actually locally at Total Wine and stuff. Because then they have some other like higher end stuff. But you had tried that one and you always seem to like that one. Are you pouring that into anything? I can't remember. Were you a Scotch and soda kind of guy? Superior taste. Our malt blend is rested longer for smoothness and filtered at a higher temperature for richness. We literally set it on fire. It's like it's just vapors in the bottle. You open it up, it's like comes out. Oh. Too funny. I'm just drinking out of the. Whoa! All right, you settle down now. Ease it.
And we did that, but no, we actually didn't. We didn't even drink out of the can with this. We poured it, but
we did pour it. That's we're fancy like that. Is that mine empty? Okay, these are all our empty cans. All right, we're gonna clean up our table. I'm gonna go grab the next beverage at hand. We'll do our first podcast, and we'll come back and I'm sure we'll talk about other stuff too. We'll hang out with all of you. Thank you all for being here. Do you have anything else you want to say before we walk away for a second?
No.
You got something?
No.
You got some words of wisdom?
I have 2 empty cans.
Sounds good. We are back.
Oh, yes. Here we are.
Yeah. You said you were ready.
Yes, I am.
Okay. All right. I was just making sure. I
am decent.
Yeah. I'm also naked.
I also happen to be naked.
Oh, I should clip that. Hold on. Got to make a note. That's another good. That's a good quick one too.
Are you decent? Yes. Oh my God, you're naked. I am. Yeah. Said you were decent. I am decent. I also happen to be naked.
Got to make a note of this. Okay. All right. You got to remember that one. I also have notes. I didn't quite make enough notes on something. There was one there that literally is like, Frasier, this episode, and like, what did I want from that? Like, I can't remember. So I'm going to have to look. So what, yes, you should be having what we just had. Simon, go get some water out of the kitchen or have someone bring some water to you if you need to stay laying on the bed.
Yes.
Either one of those things.
Not just to mix in with your whiskey.
Not to do as a mixer.
Yeah.
Very true. Yeah, not to do as a mixer, Simon. Actually go have some water. Stay hydrated. Maybe some food, too. I don't know if you've eaten anything. Maybe a late night snack.
Yeah.
It's something that'll help soak things up a little bit is always a good idea. Yeah, hydration is always the key. That is always like the times when I have had more than I should have. As long as I was drinking some sort of portion of water, then it's like usually the next day I was still okay. So that was always the key. Flaming Cloves of Sigmund.
I don't know what that means, but it sounds funny.
Actually, what was funny was we were talking the garden hose works. Yeah, if you need a lot of water, garden hose would work too, Golgo. That's correct. That came up the other day. We were talking about Always Sunny and the implication that came up.
Oh,
yeah, because
the implication.
Because Joe and Leslie haven't watched that at all, and like I said, then Alana was. So we were all kind of like talking, and all of a sudden she was like, "Oh my god!" And then she said the implication.
Oh, Alana.
Yeah, Alana,
nice.
Yeah.
The implication.
So yeah, that's still one of my favorites. Wait, are you saying we're gonna hurt these people? Unlurk! Look at that, the very rare unlurk command.
The unlurk.
Have you seen it? Suddenly sees Keith walking in the bar and scrambles from the shadows for a selfie to buy the legend of beer.
Wow.
I know. You can thank Lucky for that one. That was Lucky's
Lucky.
personal description.
What Lucky's.
All right. We are going to do kind of our first podcast of the evening. Like I said, this full archive winds up going up on YouTube, which is super awesome if you want to not miss any little bit that might be behind the scenes or some of the other, like the waters that we just tried at the beginning of the show. Obviously, that's not going to be a podcast. And even both of these don't always wind up being a podcast. So that's why it's like if you watch the archive on YouTube,
you get it all.
You get everything whatsoever. If you want the like edited down, like kind of just tight remix version or whatever of one of those, that goes up on Thursdays, which this could be this one. I'm going to guess it might be the second thing we have today. This one might be the one that gets lost in the shadows, is my guess.
You never know.
So we'll have to see.
Very nice to meet you as well. You have not been saying that. You've been saying Simon? Is that what you've been saying?
Yes, Simon.
Okay. All right. Very nice to meet you as well, Simon. Hope your evening is going to work out okay.
Mellow out a little bit.
Yes.
Kids were getting stories.
Drift off to sleep.
Nice. I'm glad the kids were getting some stories.
Of course. Got to have stories.
My stories.
Yeah.
It's like, so
hey,
we're not going to make it through the night. And it's like, oh God, wait, what kind of story is this?
This is the story of a perfect storm.
Here's a story.
Oh, wait.
Of a lovely lady. She was bringing up these very lovely girls.
Yeah.
All of them had hair of gold.
Like their mother.
Youngest one.
In curls.
But that wasn't all. There also is this man.
A man named Brady.
He just won the Super Bowl about a year back, and they claimed he wanted to retire. That's right.
He was busy with all those rings of his own.
Sideways stories from the West Side School. I don't know if I'm
you're not telling the story of Sideways.
Oh,
that wouldn't be good for bedtime. No.
Yeah, no, hopefully we're not telling the story of Sideways.
No Merlot.
That way, that one we can tell.
This story.
Yeah. Oh, I turned it off. That's right. Because we were about to do a podcast. Oh, well. Never mind. We were about to do a podcast. Finally, that actually doesn't turn on when I have that up. That's nice. Wait, are these working then? Hold on. And did that one not work? Make sure. Okay. It was because I had it off. It actually worked.
Oh.
Good.
Oh, the wind? How's it? How's the wind?
Oh, good. You gonna play today?
Oh, God, no. Hate the game. Hate the people that play it even more.
Then why'd you ask me?
Oh, I'm just not good at small talk, you prick.
Still one of my favorites. Dave Foley, a master right there. All right. Make sure we turn that off now. So important to read or tell story. That is very true, Baker. Yeah. I would agree. I read it as a kid. Came out in 1978. Oh, my God. Like practically brand new.
Just like you.
Just like me. Exactly. Get this out of the way. This is going to be good for... Oh, it's invisible. Ooh. Ooh, spooky gin.
Spooky vision.
Spooky vision. Yeah, that's right. Keith, what are your thoughts on gin?
I like it.
Perfect.
Yes.
That's a good
gin.
thing.
Gin is good.
Now, that's the Keith I remember. Gin is, for the most part, quite delicious. That is probably one of our favorite spirits that we talk about on this show. We probably push that even more than a lot of other shows that do things about beverages. Hopefully, they don't use our name, though. I feel it's kind of an underutilized spirit. It's one that people push to the side because vodka has just made such inroads with fake flavors and things like that they forget about the deliciousness that is gin. But gin's always kind of, for the most part, they're always kind of in like one ABV range.
True. That's right around probably 40.
Yeah. Usually in that 40, maybe 45 range.
Unless
it's
a little stronger than normal gin.
A little something extra. And that's what we've got for this Give It a Shot. I'm Andrew.
And I'm Keith. And we are AboutBeverages.com. And the beverage that we are about today is the Plymouth Navy Strength Gin.
That is correct. Plymouth
Navy
is
strong.
It's Navy strong. It's country strong and city poor, whatever that was. If you want to go in the archives for that reference, go find it at AboutBeverages.com. The Plymouth Gin has been one of our favorites for a long time. It is still one of the ones when I can find it. It's been kind of difficult to find as of late.
Really?
I don't think it's because of our review, because our review is so long ago. The price didn't go up, but it's been a little more difficult to find. I don't know if it was because of shortages or things going on in the world or whatever else. But the other day, I was finally actually able to find a bottle of the Navy Strength Gin, which I have had before many, many years ago. I was actually shocked. I could have sworn we had done a podcast on this, and I think I even texted you. I went in the archives myself, couldn't find it.
Okay.
So if we have, I apologize if we're
No, I don't think we have. We've done Plymouth Gin because it comes from Plymouth, England, right?
Right.
That's where this is.
Correct.
So, and this was one, goes back to the very beginning of or very near the beginning of our podcasting. Was one we enjoyed. So Navy Strength is just higher proof, right?
It is.
And
do you know the proof, or you want to guess?
I don't know the proof. I'm going to guess it's. Well, this can be interesting. Is it 50?
Oh, it's more.
Oh man, no. 50% alcohol. So it'd be 100. That'd be 100 proof. So
and it's more
than that. Okay. Really?
114 proof.
Wow.
57% alcohol. This is the gin for the bourbon drinker in your life. Like I said, yeah, it's like I said, so it's a lot more intense, not only on flavors, but the alcohol. A little bit more expensive. This one's usually around like 40 to 45. Actually closer to 40. Regular Plymouth is usually around 30. So there's a little bit extra for that. But again, we're going to do a little evaluation here and see what we think. But
there's got to be a story behind the whole Navy Strength thing, right? I'm sure.
I'm sure it's just, the rough and tumbles just need a little bit of something extra, is my guess.
Probably.
I'm not gonna,
to fortify them on those journeys.
There you go. Like maybe
the seas.
Maybe it holds up to the long winter's nights crossing over the Delaware or something like that. I don't know. Panama Canal or whatever. I don't know. Where do ship people go these days?
Ship people?
Yeah, people on boats. We're the people that are ship people. I'm not a ship person. I'm not a yachtineer. I don't know any of these things. I'm not a nautical person.
The cruises, or you mean the actual people delivering things?
Probably boatmen, I believe. Like people actually like bringing things like freighters and stuff like that. Obviously, this maybe they just had to make this higher strength so that as they transported it from Plymouth, England, over to America, that they just couldn't make it through all of it because it was so strong. Like they just
otherwise they might be
like, oh god, we only could drink 20% of the stock because it was 114 proof. I don't know if you guys know what's going on with that. Like I said, again, comment down below and let me get some extra information on that. We're not going to talk about color because that's absolutely silly when it comes to gin, except for one, which again, you go in the archives, look up Magellan, one of our other favorite gins. A nice little blue hue to that one.
I saw one at Tap and Bottle the other day, and I thought was it like the Citadel or something like that?
That
had a little color to
the
it.
bottle.
Maybe it was just the bottle.
The bottle actually is.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
that one's French, I believe.
Okay.
But yeah, that one's also not bad. A little on the cheaper side, but that one's not bad. Okay. All right. To the aroma?
Absolutely.
Evening, Sushi. How's it going? Good to see you. Sorry, we were in the middle of our usual conversation things there. And again,
to get to the first break there.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm always the one that says, you will not speak until there. We have 7 bookshelves in the living room and hit the library weekly. That's awesome. Yeah, it is. Like I said, that is super awesome that you're doing that, Sunshine, for sure. Didn't know gin was that much. It can be. Like I said, obviously it can go a lot cheaper too. Like they're like on the Bombay Sapphire, like is one that you can usually find. That one's usually around 18 to 20. Again, your mileage may vary being where you're at, Simon. But like I said, that one's usually a cheaper one, and that one's still not too bad. I know, long sleeves.
See, I know.
That's what will make this podcast hold up as it gets to the winter months. They'll be like, oh, they just filmed it. I'm just in here. I'm like,
yeah. But Andrew's comfortable in his long sleeve shirt. He's wearing a long sleeve shirt, and man, is he comfortable.
I was just going to say, I was like, you're going to get to it. I'll let you have it. But yeah. So gin can get pretty expensive. Like gin can even get higher than that. Like I said, one of the ones we looked at when we were in California, like I said, was, it was local. So then that was going to get a little more expensive, but yeah, that one was in the 50s or 60s. It doesn't get as high as like bourbons and whiskeys and scotches and stuff like that. But yeah, there's definitely more of a range than there used to be. But most of the stuff that I like and that I recommend that I think is really good is probably in that 25 to 35 or 40 range top out that I think is definitely worth recommending, for mostly again for martini. That is my go-to. Like I said, a very, very dry martini is my go-to. But there are definitely some that we've enjoyed that are good for a gin and tonic that have a little more fruit note to them, a little more citrus.
Yep.
I've been seeing a lot more gin cocktails lately as well too. So I'm actually thinking in the coming weeks we might start doing like a semi-week or like monthly. Okay, we're gonna do what's the latest weird cocktail recipe I found on TikTok or something like that. Let's make this drink. We'll watch the video, make the drink, and then see if we like it. But yeah, there's a lot of gin beverages.
This could be depending on what it tastes like. This could be good in the Negroni, which I know you don't probably ever want to have again. The Negroni part. But the higher alcohol might.
What's a Negroni without the Campari? Delicious.
That'd just be vermouth and
I'd probably be okay with that. I'd probably be all right with that.
Vermouth and gin.
Actually went to the first original Dutch gin maker in the world. Was amazing. Really? Original Dutch gin? That's super cool. Negroni is very bitter, Simon. You missed out. Like I said, again, I'll have to link you to our podcast. We were making 2 different drinks that you could make, one with gin, one with whiskey. The Negroni and the Boulevardier.
Correct.
Are the 2 different drinks. And the Negroni itself, we actually tasted through each of the, like I said, the spirits that were in there, the liqueurs, just kind of see how they were. The sweet vermouth, we kind of both liked. You were fine with the Campari. Yeah. I tried the Campari, which is it's in both of them. You don't notice it as much in the Boulevardier, which is the whiskey version. It kind of blends in more, but with the gin one, since the gin is, so much lighter, a little more aromatic, it stood out, and I did not like it at all. I thought it was terrible. And it's funny, I have seen other people like make that drink, and I keep seeing that same bottle, so I have a feeling no one else makes that trash. So there's not like try this Campari, it's better. It's like, I think there's only one person that makes Campari.
I think there might be. You did not miss the pickle sour. No, we're going to go with that last because we're concerned there could be an overwhelming flavor component in that might, sort of not poison us, but
poison our palates
take us
a little
off
bit, perhaps.
Off the path there. So
Chucky, is good to see you though too. Thank you for coming in. Negroni is what I was recommended in the shop I visited. Only if you really like bitterness, I would agree. Yes, if you were having a Negroni, it is very bitter. Like I said, it was very bitter. And again, if you like it, that's awesome. Like I said, that component to me was like, maybe I would have liked it in that because I didn't mind it as much in the other one. Like I said, maybe if it like was cut in half and maybe something else was added in there. Anyway. We didn't get into tweaking recipes. As they were made, we've been told that was, it was what it was. Hello from the elevator of Death Wave. Left Wave, no Lucky. Audio, but I'm happy to see Keith. Of course you are. We can actually look over here. You can see.
I'm seeing what Lucky's doing over here.
You can see.
Greetings, Lucky. Good to have you pop in here as you're, I don't know, navigating the potential pitfalls of death.
I had a feeling he might try and do that. Yeah, Lucky is in pain for sure. All right. Are you ready?
I am.
You feeling something?
Well, I was smelling something.
Okay. All right.
Feeling
something. Let's to the aroma then.
Fairly clean, actually. I mean, it's got the juniper and there's like a little hint of some other sort of like herb, like something green. I can't quite put my...
There's almost like a basil or something in there. Like it's like a lighter, like kind of herbaceousness with it, but very juniper forward. So if you don't like a London dry style, if you don't like a juniper, like I said, this definitely would not be for you. The alcohol's kind of, you get it a little bit at the end, but overall, like yes, I would agree. It's very clean. It's very juniper forward with a little bit of herbaceousness in the back. But I really love the classicness of this aroma. So. You ready to try it? I have never actually tried this completely. This is going to be my 100% first time.
Me too.
I've always made a martini. Yeah, so I've made martinis with it, but not this. So
57%.
Yeah.
Okay.
Cheers. What is it? What you guys are having? We are having Plymouth Gin Navy Strength. There's a link right there, Simon, if you want to check it out. That'll take you to their website. They do a regular just Plymouth Gin. This is the Navy Strength, so this one has a lot more alcohol to it, a little bit more forward on the herbs and everything else as well. So, but yeah, you can check it out. Everything that they do there. I think. What else do they do? Anything else? Our gins.
Yeah, they do actually a slow gin. Which I'm very intrigued to try that sometime.
Yeah,
because I guess sloe SLOE is actually a fruit. And that's what gives it the color. Oh. So it's a slow gin where they infuse the fruit.
It's not just the person that made it was not quite on the higher on the intelligence scale. Okay.
Or they go but crafting very meticulously.
Yeah. Plymouth Slow Gin, Plymouth Gin Fruit Cup, Mr. King's 1842 recipe, limited edition. Oh, I would love to find something like that. Slow Gin is a quintessentially English drink, the origins of which have been lost in time. because we murdered the maker. No,
that's what all of their things say. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, everything.
They just didn't want to do any research.
Yeah.
The origins have been lost in time.
Juniper berries, coriander seed, orange peels, lemon peels, angelica brew, cardamom, and slow berries. Okay.
Slow berries, yes.
Take it easy.
Slow berries.
I'm in the mood for slow gin tonight.
Take it easy.
Yeah, like I said, they have other. Yeah, I don't think I've ever seen the slow gin one here. I definitely, like I said, these two I have seen often. But yeah, definitely take a look at their website if you want to learn some more about gin. Like again, specifically the regular Plymouth gin. That one is often at my tasting table, like I said, and making martinis with that. That is one of my go-tos that I enjoy, especially because of that, taste to value ratio. Like I said, that one's been under $30 for quite a while, thankfully. We probably should stop talking about it, or the price will go up like Hendrix.
That's what happens. They call it the Hendrix effect.
Was, in both your opinions, the best drink you've ever had? People always like to ask that one. It's such a tough thing. Man, the best drink I've ever had.
Oh, wow. Chucky Charms went country music reference.
Sammy Kershaw ordered the queen of his double wide trailer of slow gin fizz.
Oh, my gosh. Jeez.
See, and you're in the right night, Chucky, because I would not have gotten that reference. This man will get that just because the wider breadth of his musical knowledge.
I don't know that song as well, but I do know some Sammy Kershaw songs, so that's funny though, because I know exactly who
Chucky Charms in here on the right
from
evening.
Let's go. From the early to mid 90s. Yes,
Let's
very
go.
well. Well done. Okay.
But favorite drink though, there was a sometimes for me a lot of
drink mixed drink, I guess.
I'm assuming, I'm not going to go with a specific spirit. I'm going to go with a mixed drink. For me, a lot of times, and there's several like this. This is just the one that jumped to mind. Oh
wow!
Oh my God! Why do I have? Where is it?
Because we're.
Can I get to it?
We're recording.
We're in the middle of recording. Sis, thank you so much for the raid. I appreciate it. Sorry you're not getting all the fanfare. Oh my God! How's it going?
Is that what there usually is?
I don't know what this. I forget what it is.
Oh, okay.
I think isn't it Moving Out? Isn't that what I've got? And then it's like Norm Waving or something. No, what's the one I've got for? I can't even remember
we're not
what
usually
it
here.
is.
We do the rating. We're not usually. Well, I'm not.
That's
here
true.
When the raids are happening.
Sis, thank you so much for the raid. I appreciate it. How was your stream? What were you doing? Were you doing Destiny? Were you doing Division? Doing the Division. I knew it, and not Division 2, the original Division. If you guys are not following Sis, please do so. Right click on the link I put in chat. Open up a tab. Hit the follow button. That is super, super nice. Thank you so much. I'm sorry alerts and things didn't go off since we were recording the podcast right here. But thank you. Thank you so much for that. Appreciate it. Hopefully you got some good drops in the original Division, and maybe someday you'll play the Division 2. Maybe someday you'll make the move. You'll make the trek to go up to the next game, but maybe not. What were we so much for me, like I said, when it is about like a mixed, like when I'm thinking about a mixed drink, sometimes it's not just about the drink itself, it's the place, it's the company, it's like all of those things kind of play into it. So one of the ones, obviously there's been a lot, there have been several, but the one that jumps to my mind most often is about I think it was 6 months or it was beginning of this year. Like, so my wife and I went out to California. We went and ate at this restaurant, and it overlooked the ocean as we were sitting there at this restaurant. And I got a smoked old fashioned. So they literally brought it over the table, and there was a wood plank, and then they, lit it on fire, and they opened it up, and a little bit of smoke came out, and it was the big ice. So it was just like this perfect moment of, like I said, obviously, like I said, being with my wife, and the view, and then, like I said, the drink itself was fantastic. Like I said, so all those things together, like, made that for like a great experience, and I will remember that drink. But that's kind of one of the ones I have seen even on TikTok lately. I think I might be a early holiday gift if you're thinking about something. Is there's those things you can get that actually you can do the smoke so that you can actually put that in there, and it's neat. It's like a little, like, it's basically you have one of those little butane blow torches, and there's a little thing you put on top, and it fits over the glass, and then it puts the smoke down in there, and you can make smoke. Yeah, I think something like that I would actually get some enjoyment out of. So that is probably what I would think of. I don't know if anything comes to mind you in particular.
I just don't have a lot of mixed drinks really, so I don't really have
maybe a beer or something
one
like that
in particular
that's been one of your favorites.
Well, we got a lot of beers that are favorites.
That's true,
for sure.
That would be what I would think of.
We had a good time, when we had the mixed drinks at, your birthday a few years ago when we did it at the keg.
Oh yeah,
we shared a few things.
Right.
That was just a good. I mean, in a not necessarily as ideal situation as normal, but a good experience there.
What I was thinking of, like I said, the same thing with company. Again, I always remember, and it was one of my favorite beers, but when we had the oak meal, and it was you and myself and HJ from chat, like I said, hanging out, and we had that as we were brewing beer, and we had that specific one. Like I said, that's one of my favorite beers, but also on top of that, it was the company I was with. Like I said, I was with my brothers, with my best friend, hanging out, and we were doing something, like I said. So that's another one that I always kind of remember too.
Actually, okay, if you're talking about experience, that when you and Darren made martinis.
Oh,
and I actually have video footage of that.
That was fun.
So that was a good experience at Christmas. You guys coming together, making martinis for everybody,
combining the recipes there together.
Yes, and just that whole experience. That would probably be that, and also thinking of when my father-in-law used to make his UC specials. So that was just a fun experience because he really got into that, and we stopped calling them Southern Comfort. Southern Comfort old fashions. We just called them UC specials. So those were fun too.
Nice.
That was fun.
Yeah, that oak meal was great. Love a good smoky maple bourbon sour. My current favorite. I need to do something so what I have been liking with the bourbon, like the bourbon sours and stuff like that. And we've talked about this already, but we've been doing the add, as opposed to cut the bourbon part with a little bit of scotch. Then you kind of add a little bit of that smokiness in there with the sour and the fruit. You don't make more alcohol. Like I said, whatever. If you're going to use 2 ounces, you use half ounce of scotch with the ounce and a half bourbon, and that's been pretty good too. But yeah, a lot of memories I would say are usually around holidays with, like I said, us or like I said, our other brother and stuff, and just making, like I said, so that for me is usually what makes for the best drink. We have a local duck call manufacturer that has a nice clubhouse bar, and they make a good smoked. See, the smoked old fashioned is the thing. Maybe we need to do one of those for the podcast.
Get something smoky.
Get something smoky. That's what I do. Yeah, exactly. Just add that little bit, and it's just amazing. It just ups the complexity of the drink. This is already too much for me.
I know. We've hardly had any.
All right,
we got to get this done.
All right, we should. Let's finish this podcast. Okay. So much good conversation. Thank you guys so much. Yeah. It's always a great question set. Initially, I'm always frightened by that question because I can't. I was like, well, no, this is kind of so. Yeah, that's probably my answer now. Just might add the scotch. Oh, do you kind of just do a little, just kind of add the scotch that way? You don't actually mix it in. You just kind of almost float your partial shot of scotch. Have you guys tried the Jet Lime Pie Blue Chair Rum? No, I have not.
I have not.
No, definitely have not. All right. We taste it?
Yeah, we should.
Okay. I think I'm going to quote Lilith from Cheers. Smooth. It's definitely a little spicy. You can tell the alcohol's there.
The heat's there.
The heat is there, but the juniper is there. It's a really wonderful balance of all those botanicals. The juniper, like I said, I know you said leafy green. Like I said,
some sort of herbal goodness in there.
Basil herbaceousness. There's something kind of going on in there. There's almost maybe even a hint of mint, like a spearmint or something, because there's something. There's not a quite refreshing creamy, quality, but there's a little refreshing.
Could be licoricey or something, maybe a touch of that.
Yeah, could be a touch of licorice, but no, I really enjoy this, and I like it as a martini as well. I just know that whenever I make this, I do actually not use as much. I wind up making a smaller martini just because it hits you. It kind of creeps up on you.
Yeah, well, this would hold up to my favorite style.
Yeah.
Which,
little dirty martini action.
Dirty martini, but I do like that. It's got some good flavor. Definitely the heat is there. The heat is on.
Yeah,
the HSO.
There you go.
Or Glencairn.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, what am I thinking?
Oh, I wonder what would that be like if Don Henley had done that song. But no, it's good. I like it. And that's the highest proof gin that I've ever tried.
Yeah, I would. This is definitely probably the highest one I have ever had as well. But if we could be wrong, why don't you go in the archives at AboutBeverages.com? You can go check out, see if we are completely lying. Maybe we've had this one before and we completely forgot.
I
swear I looked and it wasn't.
I'm pretty sure.
But this is definitely probably one of the highest proof things we've had in the gin world. But we have had some higher other spirits as well.
Oh, yes.
And everything we've ever done is there in the archives, whether it was podcasts, videos, recipes, any of that kind of stuff. If you only want the latest videos, YouTube is the place to subscribe. We would greatly appreciate that. Like I said, we usually put up a couple things a week. When it comes to beverage content, we've got something on Tuesday, the archive of this show entirely, and some other shorter form podcasts later in the week. If you only want audio stuff, we've got you there too. Google Podcasts, Spotify, iTunes, Any of those things are great options. Hit the subscribe button. If you use some other podcasting service, search for About Beverages. We're probably there as well, and
I hope so.
Would appreciate the subscribe. Yeah. And when you've done that search, you're probably going to find some other things too that are worth investigating, wouldn't you say?
Oh, those pillars of social media.
Those pillars.
Those 3 pillars.
Pendant, those bastards.
Instagram, TikTok, and Twitter, which is the one that we use most of all to keep you up to date on what is going on here at About Beverages. Like earlier this evening when I tweeted that we were about to go live on twitch.tv/AboutBeverages, which we do most Thursday evenings around 5:30 Pacific.
On the dot 5:30 Pacific.
Well, I want to say that. Maybe we can shoot for that sometime. But
someday.
Someday we'll be there at 5:30, maybe in a couple weeks. But like we get together on Thursdays and we record podcasts, we try some beverages, hang out with everybody, and just have a whole bunch of fun. Also throughout the week, Andrew keeps you up to date on what he is doing in the gaming world and what he's going to be drinking while he is doing that. So follow us on Twitter.
But as we always say, whether we like it or not,
you should give it an extra strength shot.
I like it. You got a new one there. I like it. Oh, man. Although I might just... Oh, interesting. No mix, but add the scotch in addition to the regular bourbon amount. Interesting. Okay. All right. Yeah, I've usually been like making it as part of the mix, but I may have to try that. That sounds good as well. Jet lime. I also kind of like that it was jet lime as opposed to key lime. I usually try and guess what people actually because I can tell that's probably not what they mean, but sometimes I don't because I've been on a streak lately where I've guessed wrong. They're like, no, I actually meant like what I was like.
Okay.
You might really hit the bed. You should, Simon, hit the bed, relax. Still have some more water though before you go to bed. Have a little more water. It's very late. Cassette, yeah, you might be able to find us an 8-track even, depending on your finer store. Yeah, no, I really like this. This is one I like to, definitely one of those ones. I usually like to have a gin or two around, and this is one that would definitely, as I can find it, I think it's fun. I didn't mention in the podcast, but what I also have done too is, speaking of, like I said, kind of mixing up the drink a little bit per se, I've done sometimes half of the Plymouth and then half of another gin, so then it's not quite the full Navy strength, a little something in between.
Yeah, okay.
And then some different just because this one is so kind of on the nose with classic, like that London Dry kind of style. I like, shifting it over. So I've had the Botanist around too. So I had one this week where I did a little bit of this and the Botanist.
I like it.
Mix it up that way. And that was also good. The Botanist is also fantastic. Thanks for the stream again. Very nice to meet you,
and
Keith.
Nice to meet you as well. Yeah, get a good night's rest, and hopefully you don't have to get up too early in the morning.
That also too makes sense that Kenny Chesney is part of Blue Chair Rum.
He's going more country again, from 90s country.
Kenny Chesney. Now, Kenny, what are you doing? Kenny Chesney over here. Blue Chair Rum. Should we look that up? Have you ever heard of this one?
I have not heard of that, no.
Blue Stone. How's it going? How are you? Blue Chair Bay Rum?
Are you over 21? Oh, wow. Yes. Born in 1928.
I was.
Oh, yeah. There we go. Featured. He's on tour.
Old Blue Chair is a song he had. Are you familiar with a song called Old Blue Chair?
I am not. No, I know like some of his bigger stuff, but not really. Don't really know that. And that may have been a big one. It's just not one I know.
Heard about it at Texas Roadhouse. Why does that not surprise me?
Roadhouse.
That sounds like where you would find out about something from Kenny Chesney at Texas Roadhouse. Less than 99 tropical calories. Bold Caribbean. Caribbean or Caribbean?
Depends.
Is that a spelling thing too that I've never realized or thought about? Okay.
Caribbean.
Not a big Kenny fan myself. Oh my God! They killed Kenny Chesney. You bastards!
Yeah. Overall, as far as like when I'm in that sort of genre, that is, he's not one of my favorites either.
Sunshines is trying to chat in Hades at the same time. Yeah, that could be difficult if you're in the middle of a Hades run, depending on if you haven't finished a room yet, and all of a sudden you're also trying to
hush, multitasking.
I know. That's always
showing
a good
off
thing,
her mom skills there.
Full-on skills there.
Yep.
Our story. Blue Chair Rum is inspired by the island lifestyle of multi-platinum singer-songwriter Kenny Chesney. This authentic Caribbean rum is blended with natural ingredients and available in spiced, white, coconut, banana, coconut spiced, vanilla, key lime rum cream, banana rum cream, pineapple rum cream, coconut spice rum cream, and eggplant cream.
Oh, gross.
No, the last one's not true. You maniac. Only 35 L. Oh my God. Please. Well, that is interesting. I mean, I have definitely had several people mention to me lately about, rums and wanting us to try different rum things. It's just never been, I don't know. We've tried a few here and there. Maybe we haven't tried the perfect ones. I spent a month in Puerto Rico once. That's enough rum for a lifetime. Chucky, I know no days like that. Hi there, Sexy Beverages, and also about Early the Double. Thank you, Ellie. How's it going? Good to see you, Ellie. No lemon pepper? No, there was no lemon pepper rum. Oh, God. Ooh. Yeah, usually like that kind of rum stuff where it kind of, for me, when it's kind of starts getting into the like flavored vodka territory and stuff where it's like, which is great if you're making certain tropical drinks and you're looking for those flavors and whatever. But the rums, at least we have had previously, have been more kind of, classic style of different things. But I think I've seen a lot of people lately making like daiquiris and pina coladas. And I'm like, oh, that looks good. And it's like, that is rum, obviously, with a daiquiri or something. Right. So, which is a sexy beverage? I'm going to assume it's him.
Both.
Could be both. Yeah. Why not both?
We come together for one. Yes.
Doing well. How are you? We're doing very well. We're enjoying some beverages as always. We're 2/3 of the way through the show. Oh, handsome Pete.
Oh, wow.
He dances for nickels. Pete, you got some customers.
Hell yeah. Raven, thank you for the handsome Pete. Raven, how was your show? How did it go? It's both because I'm always thirsty. There we go. All right, I like that. That is a proper answer. Appreciate it. It's so good on cheesecake, I assume. Good to see you, Bevy and Bro. Well, thank you. It is good to see you as well, Ellie. Appreciate it. We are doing very, very well. Like I said, we started out with water, smart, because we went into a 114 proof gin, which you don't see very often. And then after that, we've got something kind of exciting and spicy, a little spicy pickle monster, which kind of plays into what Ellie was just talking about. Sexy beverages and their spicy pickle monster.
And the pickle, well, of course. Not.
No. Pete is still a fave. That is true. It's very, very true. Yeah, no, I like this one quite a bit. But yeah, it can get you.
Yeah.
It can get you. It can sneak up on you.
Yeah, it could.
So are we ready to sour it up?
I am ready. I'm very intrigued by this one. So yes.
Really intrigued? Now, where did you get it? Is this the one you got at?
I got it at Plaza Liquors, but I've seen it at Tap and Bottle as well.
About that, we had a cast member get COVID after opening night, so we haven't had shows for over a week. We were going to go back to shows on Saturday. We added shows next week so people can still come see it. Well, that's good. Geesh, that's unfortunate, but at least no one else has gotten sick and only one person. I mean, understudy. That probably would have been a good call, though. You need the understudy there. Yeah, Raven is actually in a musical.
Wow. Yeah. All right. Very cool. Congratulations.
Yeah. So that's super cool. Well, I look forward to you guys getting back to your shows. And but how did at least the first night? So opening night you did. So how did opening night go? I guess is the question. Think about your answer because we're going to take a quick break and we'll be right back with our last beverage. Perfect.
Okay.
We are back once again. Shockingly, I know. Shocking.
We returned. It's good.
As if we could have enough people to have an understudy. But opening night went really well. Well, I'm glad opening night went well. They said it wasn't, the opening show wasn't like COVID the musical, was it? Or something like, oh my God, someone actually got it.
And we need someone to have it every night.
We need someone to have it every night.
That's not good.
He's a real method actor. He just makes sure that he gets sick. He just walks around.
He actually looks sick.
He is. He actually is sick.
Oh yeah, he is.
I could have fallen. I did. I did. Okay. All right. Mike is always a little early. It is true. That's my name. My name is Mike. Yeah, so we've got one more beverage. So you found this, you said, when you were out seeking around, kind of moving around.
Yes, on my birthday.
On your birthday. Oh, that's right.
Plaza Liquors. Yes, we found that.
The graphic on this is just hilarious too.
Oh, it looks. Is it like?
It's Jaws.
It's almost like Jaws.
Yeah, it's Jaws, but it's a pickle.
Okay. Well, and it's funny. The link I sent you, it was like a drawing of that. It wasn't even like a picture of the can.
Oh, really?
It was like I don't know.
The picture I got was from Untapped.
Okay. All right. I was, if you found something a little different there, but anyway. But yeah, it's funny. When we first got it, I didn't even realize it was Prairie, but Prairie is a favorite. So
yeah, very much so. All right, Keith, Andrew, have a wonderful rest of your day. I'm going to go to bed.
Finally.
Simon,
okay.
go to bed again. I hope you had a little bit more water. Get some rest. Stay safe. And yeah, like Keith said, hopefully you don't have to get up too early.
Yeah, sleep well.
Yeah, sleep well. All right, we're going to do our final podcast of the evening. So I'm going to take down some of the little graphic stuff once again. Thank you guys all for being here. Appreciate it. Appreciate the conversation. Appreciate everything tonight. We've had a very good time. Yeah, again, actually, thank you to Sis as well for the raid. Thank you to Ellie for the resub. Thank you for the new follow from Kivo93. I actually missed that one earlier, too, so appreciate that follow as well. Thank you very much. But yeah, final thing of the evening is usually we're getting higher in alcohol, but this one, it seems like it was going to be like full on in flavor.
Yes.
You won't have to wake up early, so all good? Oh, thank God.
Good. All right.
That is a good thing. I'm glad you don't have to worry about that part. But yeah, this one seemed like it was going to be a little bit more forward in flavor. Sour ale. It's going to be interesting. Oh. I look forward to hearing how this one is.
Well, because probably as far as I would say, Pocket's all-time favorite beer is from Prairie, the Tiny S's.
The Tiny Asses?
ESS. No, ESSES. S's. Tiny S's.
What is that one?
It's a sour with, I don't know, we'd have to look it up, but it's a sour with deliciousness. That's the one that they poured.
Deliciousness mixed with awesome?
Yeah, that's right. That's the one that they tried, that they poured a little sample for us when we were at Plaza.
Oh, did you wind up getting a pack of those?
Oh, yeah, because we only had one, and then we added 4.
That was the one went back and got 4 of them?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yep. Okay, that was the Prairie one. I forgot.
That's right. So, all right, we're going to find out. So she actually said you need to podcast on this one. So
okay,
probably just because of the name of it and the way the can looked.
The name of the picture and everything else.
Yeah. I don't even know if at that time she realized it was Prairie, but she might have. So, yeah. Yeah, no, she probably would not. But you never know. Maybe we'll be surprised.
We're going to find out. We are going to find out. We know how much you usually like the spicy wings and things like that, though. So who knows? Maybe that little bit of spiciness.
We're going to find out.
Spice it up. Longtime viewers of the show obviously know we are huge fans of Prairie Artisan Ales. From their sours to their stouts to just pretty much everything they do. We always really enjoy any of their beers of what we can find here in Southern Arizona.
Which is becoming more, but not all.
It is becoming better. Yeah, like I said, there are some that are still held very closely, very tight to the vest in Oklahoma, correct? Isn't that where they're at?
Yep.
But yeah, at least you were out on an excursion, a little on the other side of town, went to a very local, almost landmark liquor store that's been around for forever. Walked in there, were looking around, and this one was spotted by your lovely wife, correct?
That is absolutely correct, yes. She said, you have to podcast on this.
And you said, oh, okay.
All right.
So we have a very interesting sour beer from Prairie for this Give It a Shot. I'm Andrew.
And I'm Keith. And we are AboutBeverages.com. And the beverage that we are about today is the Spicy Pickle Monster Sour Ale from Prairie Artisan Ales. We'll have to look at the back. I know it's not just pickle. There's actually other fruit and things in there. But their website, I know, said that for this year they did, I think this came out the first time last year, and they were really surprised at how popular it was. So they brought it back this year, and they actually have added more heat.
Okay.
They've picked up the heat.
They picked up the heat a little bit. Yeah, they're like, we thought it was going to be trash. We did this as an accident. Bob had dumped something into the vat. Yeah, so this is a sour ale with spicy dill pickles, orange, lemon, and lime.
Okay.
So you got your citrus, got your spicy citrus kind of things going on. Obviously a sour beer. We'll find out how tart. This is a great, very Jaws kind of inspired looking thing. You've got the boat. You've got someone in a cage there. You've got all these things going on. Someone there kind of at the very top. So they definitely homage. Would you say?
I think so. Yeah,
kind of getting into that territory.
Homage.
Yeah, 5.3% alcohol. I did see the price on the can was under $3. It looked like it was fairly
under $3,
especially for Prairie. Usually Prairies are a little more expensive. Like if you think about the noirs that they have a Prairie noir.
Well, even like the Tiny S's one that we were talking about right before we went live. That one's almost $5 for a can. So,
which is
but then they've got some that are in that $2 to $3 range, and then so this is kind of right in the middle there. But yeah, they do all kinds of things. They do stouts, and we've had lots of good beers from Prairie over the years.
Very much so. Yeah, very much so. But like I said. Color wise, doesn't really go anything too weird. It's not like, I guess it kind of looks like dill pickle juice, I suppose, if you want to go that route.
Brine, you mean?
Yeah, like the brine of what that would be in. Yeah, if you want to go that route. But yeah, nothing too exciting. A little, I mean, it's hazy, but it's not like, doesn't seem like it's overly hazy. It's not like that. Like it's.
I don't know if it's supposed to. I'm starting to be able to. I think it's the residue is subsiding. It's clearing as we go here.
Well, should we go to the aroma, which I think is going to be, this should be the thing, right?
Yes,
at least. Okay. I've got a really good I've got a really good thought about this one.
Okay.
So this reminds me exactly of, and someone here in chat, if you were here live with us when we do our show, someone will know this. So the pickle smell that's in here, which it is in there after you kind of take a good smells exactly like there was a book I used to read when I was my mom used to read to me, Little Bunny Follows His Nose, and there was a pickle smell that you'd scratch and sniff. It's exactly that, because it's like kind of a little hint where it's like, after you've scratched that for a while, like it kind of doesn't give out the full aroma.
Right.
It's that, because it's in the background, because initially there's a little funk and some other things going on. I was going to
say it's the funky fruity pickle.
It is. Is that the B-side of the Tone Loc album?
Funky fruity pickle.
Yeah, exactly. It's got to be that, I would think. It smells really good though. I like it. The sour, like again, that funk kind of comes through, but then there is that kind of dill pickle, like sweet, like kind of salty kind of thing coming through. It's very interesting.
It's definitely there.
Yeah, it's very there. Should we go to the taste?
Of course.
Okay. I'm gonna sit on that one for a minute.
Yeah,
gotta put some more.
We didn't have to. We didn't have to with the aroma. It just came to
the
us
aroma
there.
was there, like I said, just that scent, and it just like it was that sense memory thing when you think about it. I got to try a pickle beer, but it wasn't spicy. Did you like it, Octorocket? A very tasty dribble. Yeah, it wasn't like it wasn't as thick as you might think. It'd be funny, a little Gherkin's pickle just drops out. Can confirm good on cheesecake, having it now. Did you put that rum on the cheesecake? Oh my gosh.
That's what they were talking about. Yeah.
Oh my gosh. She did it. I almost feel like Austin Powers. I have some thoughts. You could have fallen. I did. You ready?
Yeah.
Okay. I can't say I like the pickle, but it wasn't so bad. Can we just stick to the beer conversation for this evening, Dr. Sorry, I had to do it. It was too easy. It was too easy. It definitely seems like I could understand where that flavor could go one way or the other. Depends on if you like drinking like pickle juice and stuff. Although I've seen that also in drinks lately. Like people putting that in.
I actually do drink that when it's done. Or I'll actually pour it on salad, like as a little.
Do you mix it with like some
dressing?
Do you mix some olive oil with it? Actually do like a vinaigrette with
I don't mix it. I'll just pour it all on there. I'm not that
Pour it
fancy.
on your cereal?
Pour it on my cereal. Pour it on my salad.
Cereal. All right.
So the aroma really obviously jumped out at us for a variety of reasons.
Yeah.
The taste is a little more reserved.
Yeah, I would agree.
But there is pickle, so it is like drinking some pickle brine. There is a little fruit. There is some spice. It is a little warm going down.
Yeah, very little. Very little. It's not too spicy. I'm glad if this is like a amplified version of what they previously did. I'm glad they amplified it because I don't know if I'd have been able to find it last time because to me it's fairly light. I like the amount of spice that's in there.
It's weird because it makes you like it confuses the palate because it's like it's a little heat, and there's a little briny, and there is a little fruit, and there's and a little bit of the dank doesn't come through as much, but it's
no,
still,
I don't. Yeah,
it's there, but not nearly as much as in the aroma. You could really, it's interesting. I don't know. What are you thinking?
I actually like it. Like I think for me at this price, if this was kind of where a lot of other sours sometimes start to fall, where it's $5 to $6. That would be a try it once and like, oh, that was kind of interesting, like whatever. But this one being under $3 and the flavor profile, I'm like, I actually wouldn't mind having a 3 or 4 pack of this, like, and having it around for, again, like it's not like a daily drink or anything, but it's one of those weird fun ones that I think you'd want to be able to share with other people because the flavor actually is pretty good. It is kind of weird to the palate, like all the places it goes, but it works, like for me at least. I like it, and I think the heat honestly is actually a good. Like a lot of times there was a craze like several years ago where it was like everyone was adding habaneros and stuff to beer and
chili peppers,
and they still do that every once in a while. But man, that was it was a bad choice, and they did that. Like I said, they ruined like a faded black one year because they had that in there from Left Hand Brewing Company because they had put that stuff in there, and Stone even did it.
That was one of their vertical or one of their.
It was
series when they did
fade to the black.
Stone. Well, yeah.
Oh, Stone.
You're right.
Right.
They did that, but then Stone had it as one of their like 8/8s and 7/7s.
Yeah, that was in one of those. And then they were even doing stuff with where they had their Crime and Punishment barrel aged stuff, and then some of them had habaneros in there with the barrel aged. So there was a whole thing.
Yeah.
This actually works, and I like the flavor in there, and I think it's almost necessary with the tart and the sweetener, like in the tart, the sweet, and then the brininess that's in there. I think it almost needs that little bit to kind of bring it together. So I think it was a good choice. I would even go a little further with some of those flavors. Maybe not the spice or not the heat. I think that's like where it should be. But the other things I could do a little more. The fruit comes through nicely too. I honestly really like it. That's fun. It's a fun kind of
Tap
sour
and
beer.
Bottle actually had this on tap a couple weeks ago. And I thought, I have one of those. I'm going to be trying that soon. So, I like it. I don't like. I would probably buy 1 or 2 of these and have them around, like you were saying. But
I would get
good. It's good.
I would definitely get a couple of these if I could find it.
My palate, I guess, I'm still kind of like putting all the pieces together there to make it a cohesive thought.
Well, if you're looking for more cohesive thoughts, I suppose, possibly.
Don't come here.
Don't come here. Actually, go to our website, AboutBeverages.com. That's where you can find everything that we have ever done, whether it's recipes, podcasts, stories, videos, all that stuff is there. If you only want the latest videos, YouTube is the place to subscribe for any kind of sour beer stuff, but we also do whiskeys and waters and all kinds of things, sodas, you name it. You will find it there at YouTube. So hit the subscribe button there. If you only want audio form of the show, we can also get you covered as well. Google Podcasts, iTunes, Spotify. Those are all available options that you can take with you on the go. If there's another podcasting app you use, just search for About Beverages. It'll probably come up with us. You'll probably find us there. Along with like when you do that kind of a search on the internet, sometimes you get a lot of scary things too. Make sure you have safe search on because you never know what other things may pop up. But there might be some, kind of some other links too that are valuable for us if people want to look into those.
The valuable pillar links.
Yeah, exactly.
The social media, the pillars of social media. For us being Instagram, TikTok, and Twitter, which is what we use most often to keep you up to date with what's going on here at About Beverages. Like earlier today when I tweeted that we were about to go live on twitch.tv/AboutBeverages. Which we do most Thursday evenings around 5:30 Pacific. We get together, we try some beverages, we record some podcasts, we hang out and have a lot of fun conversing and interacting with those who choose to come in and spend some time with us. Also throughout the week, Andrew's going to let you know what he is doing in the gaming world, what he's going to be playing, what he's going to be drinking and enjoying as he is playing those specific and particular games. So follow us on Twitter for all the latest at About Beverages.
But as we always say, whether we like it or not,
you should give it a spicy pickle shot. That sounds horrible. You should.
It's really better than it sounds.
You should give it a shot.
And that is a podcast.
A spicy pickle shot. That just sounds bad. That's just bad.
What's as bad as give it a shot from down under?
Yeah. Did I say that?
That's the one I've always put the clip. I've put that clip up on Twitter twice.
Shot down under.
Yeah, you're like, you should give it a botanical shot from down under. And I'm like, that sounds dirty as fuck. That's the clip I always put up. But what do we got here? Debo, how's it going? Good to see you. Sorry, we were in the middle of wrapping things up there. Appreciate it. That name, I know. Have you tried peanut butter vodka? I have not. I have been wanting to try I've been wanting to buy some of the peanut butter whiskey.
The Screwball?
Because I have been wanting to do a hey, let's taste this and then let's have a chocolate and peanut butter shake with it and talk about how delicious that is. But just have not.
But you'd have to make the most gigantic shake to use the whole thing.
Yeah, exactly. Well, I'd use it a little bit at a time.
Okay.
And the sequel to this beer would be a fried pickle sour. Actually. Debo, that's not a bad idea. If you want something with heat, we've got green and red chili wines over here. Oh, I bet you do. That would be, I usually am like not a huge fan, even when it's like this, which is actually the natural and real stuff. Like I said, I'm usually not too much of a fan of sometimes that kind of gimmicky stuff in a way, especially with wines. But like I said, for some reason with beer, I've like grown to accept it. With wine, it's like I kind of want my wine to be wine. I don't want it to be anything else, but that's me.
Yep.
Oh my. Just give these socials a shot. Of course. You got to give all the socials a shot. All above board here. Nothing's dirty down under here. Thank you very much, Gulco. It was whiskey wine. I was probably thinking vodka because I'm not used to whiskey getting flavors. There are both, like I said, Octa Rocket for sure. There are, like I said, vodka has any flavor under the sun. You name it, there is that flavor of vodka out there by somebody. I just know, like I said, the one that we have particularly mentioned a few times has been, I think it's from Screwball. There's peanut butter whiskey. I think someone else makes one of those too. But yeah,
we've got that one at the store still.
Yeah, it's always more than I think it should be.
I think it's cheaper at Costco. We have it. I think they sell like a liter for $30. They sell a
bigger bottle for $30.
Smaller bottle for $30. So that's $7.50. So.
But I want more?
Yeah, do I want more?
Yeah, I'd like to find. I wish I could find it. I should look like maybe next time at Total Wine. I should look like I would like if I could just find like some airplane bottles. Like if I find like 2 or 3 airplane bottles, that would be plenty.
I saw like 100. I saw a small bottle of the Dorado at Tappan Bottle. They had I was tempted because I know we talked about because we little squeeze. All right, Pocket will be happy with that reference. But I thought about because I know we talked about maybe revisiting it because I think they said they're not making it as smoky now, or they had done it a little different.
Was it the Dorado specifically, or just their other lines? Okay,
just the Dorado.
I know they have some things now that are like aged longer too, which I've wanted to try. Like they've got some stuff that has a little bit more like years on it because some of their other things were newer, younger whiskeys.
Whole Foods had a whiskey Del Bach that was $100. And it had Whole Foods label on it, so it was like
a barrel pick.
I'm guessing something like that. Yeah, but I was like, whoa, $100.
I mean, usually their stuff in general is like 60.
Yeah. Well,
40,
we actually
40
have
to 60.
We have a pretty good price on their. Actually, on their. They used to both be the same. Now they're 40, 47 and 48 for the two that we carry. We just carry their classic and their the Dorado.
Okay.
So,
and what's decent price? I'd have to look at I don't even know what the differences in some of those are. Like I'd have to look. What's the classic versus the Dorado?
I think the Dorado's the one that was more the PD.
Okay, that one had the smoke.
The smoked mesquite. Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Screwball is the one I got to sample. It'd be a perfect little raspberry schnapps or strawberry wine. I mean, yeah, like again, yeah, you go peanut butter and jelly sandwich there. The small bottles are illegal here now. Really, Sunshine? You can't get small bottles there?
No.
Costco sells it by the drum. Yeah, that sounds about right. That does sound about right.
Of
Screwball.
Screwball? Yeah. Okay, yeah. Would you like a drum of Screwball?
I'll have a carafe of your house Screwball. Most of them ended up in parking lots anyway, so it's probably for the best. That's unfortunate. Strawberry wine, fruit of the vine. But yeah, that is something I would like to try for like some sort of, again, we'd have to set up a table of like, we'll do these couple things over the next few weeks or whatever, because I wouldn't want to buy a bottle just to have it. That's definitely one I would do the Keith of like, I don't know, do we need a whole bottle of this?
Yeah, I hear you.
But yeah, actually, I need to get more sweet vermouth too, because I'm out of that.
Well, do you want a bottle of Trader Joe's?
Were we going to try that one? Is that what we needed to actually like sample it?
Yeah, I mean,
I've open with a taste of that or something.
Yeah, I mean,
I do need one. I do need one. So
okay.
Yeah,
it's $5. So
yeah, that's fine
for a drum.
No, okay. It's for a vat.
Trader Joe's drum.
A Trader Joe's vat of whiskey. Oh my God, do it. I swear I don't know which, is it actually like Trader Joe's branded or is it?
No, it doesn't say Trader Joe's on it. It's
okay.
But people, when we don't have it, people are very upset. So
is it the same lady that's upset for the like $9
not
gin
that.
and the Scoresby?
No, it's not her.
It's the same lady.
The Scoresby
You keep
Scotch.
telling these stories about these people liking it. It's actually just the same lady. That
No,
just
so that for the Admiral Joseph's, that's one particular person that I'm thinking of. The sweet vermouth, it's lots of people.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's a mass. Scores of people.
Do you get a discount on work? I don't know, Keith. Do you get a discount? Sometimes
I do.
for things.
We get. We're 20%.
A vat of fat, you say? Oh God, a vat of fat, you say?
So, and you've told me where that's from, but I said that out loud today, and I don't even know what it's from. But but it was in context with something, and I was like, I know that's a thing you and Jay did, but I don't know what it was.
It was from a Loveline episode. It was Dr. Drew and Adam. They were talking about and this is way back in the day before apparently there's a lot of controversy around both of them. But this is way back in the day. Oh yeah, Dr. Drew was kind of he was one of the people COVID's nothing and I can just take some.
Wow.
He was one that turned into one of those kind of, and Adam Carolla has kind of turned a little bit south. Anyway, okay.
Yes, even on
back
booze.
when people thought they were okay.
20% on everything. Yes.
Yeah. Yes. So said that one in particular, said that was, I can't remember. It was was he talking about some cable access show? And the guy just he would repeat what the person was talking about, was just so interested and just excited. I've had a fat, you say, we take these, we're doing this and that. You take the vat of it. I've had a fat, you say. I may even have that clip somewhere, somewhere in the archives. I bet Jay does too. Like I said, we had a bunch of those out of context drops and things like that. Yeah, that's actually half the reason. Keith was actually going to retire 3 years ago. He's like, man, that booze discount is just too good. I can't stop working at Trader Joe's. It's too good.
This is so good.
It's just nothing.
Lip balm?
Classic.
He wasn't serious. I'm not retiring.
That would have been funny though. If that was the thing that would have kept you going. It's a double loss, less money coming in and more going out on the booze. Exactly. Gogol knows. Gogol knows the balance there of those two things.
Well, one of the jokes I used to make back in the day, it was 10% discount, but when COVID hit and everything, it went up to 20. But I used to say that, I started working at Trader Joe's and I saved 10%, but I started spending 20% more. So
that's actually good.
Which is true. I spend more money now that I'm there. So
now everyone's finding them.
Oh yes, you have a plethora. Jefe, what is a plethora? Why, guapo? Well, you told me I have a plethora, and I just would like to know if you know what a plethora is. I would not like to think that a person would tell someone he has a plethora and find out that that person has no idea what it means to have a plethora.
I don't know what other movies that guy was in, but he was a good actor.
The only other one I know is Romancing the Stone.
I have not seen that movie in a long time.
Yeah, he's and it was funny because I obviously had seen that more recently, but I've watched that movie several times over the years, or parts of it. He's when they're walking through the town, and he's like, my little mule. It's the truck, the guy they borrow the truck from.
Right.
And he's like, Joan Wilder? He's like anyway, but he's that guy. But it's funny, all of a sudden I'm like, hey, that's the guy from Three Amigos. I think that's it. There might be another part.
20% discount. What's the best way to pick up a case of Family Reserve? Only kind of kidding. But now everyone is 20% better looking all the time. That's true. We need to watch that one. You should watch that. It was funny. As I was making those clips today, I was like, God, I have not seen this movie in a long time. And damn, it is so funny. In my brain, I started remembering all the things.
Have you watched any of the Moonlightings?
I haven't yet. Okay. No. We'll give this one for free.
Are you the singing bush?
Let me talk to him. Excuse us. Are you the singing bush?
I gotta make this louder.
Hello? Hi. Hi. Give me some time to blow the man down. Forget it. My guess is this is a singing bush.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's definitely shorter.
Yeah, yeah. There was like, because he yells at me. He's like, "Hey, are you the singing bush?" Like, and then it just goes back. So then I found when the singing bush like stopped a song, but then also an edit was happening.
Coming around the mountain. Yeah, she comes.
Yeah, and then I debated which it might come up just as a separate one. I had to do the whole thing with the you shot the invisible swordsman. Yeah. And Martin Short walks over, picks up the invisible, and then drops it.
Yeah. You're supposed to point in the air. Jewel of the Nile is the sequel to Romancing the Stone. Yes.
And then the sequel to those two movies.
Oh, I don't know. Was there?
Yeah.
What was it?
It was kind of like the inadvertent sequel because it was all three of them.
Oh, what was you mean the
War of the Roses?
Right. Yeah, but that doesn't, They're all in it, but it doesn't really.
Is it Romancing the Stone then Jewel of the Nile? Is that what it is? Okay.
Yeah. Yep.
Those movies are very 80s.
Extremely so, yes.
Almost to a fault.
Yeah.
That's the Steve Martin one.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Yeah, that one. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then Chevy Chase's one is kind of boring. Like you can tell they all get. But yeah, he's just like pointing off to the side, and here's the guy go.
Yeah, he just goes like this. Yeah. Point your gun in the air. We did drink the pickle beer.
You shot the invisible swordsman. We did.
Yes.
I'm very 80s as well.
Of course.
There's not anything wrong with that, but there's just some things hold up better than others. Like Ghostbusters holds up.
I haven't watched that in a while, but that was still a kind of a fun movie with Michael Douglas and Kathleen Turner. And
how disgusting was it? It was actually delicious. I would buy more of them. Yeah, it was actually good.
It was interesting. It just like to me, it's just like my mind is trying to put all those different pieces together into and process them. But they're good.
Yeah, they were actually it was like weirdly balanced with like sour, tart, the little pickle kind of flavor was in there of the pickle juice, and the spicy was in there. Yeah, it was interesting. Like the 70s better personally. I mean, it's all the decades. Back to the Future is where it's at for 80s. Back to the Future is very good. This man took me to see Back to the Future for the very first time.
Way back in 1985.
I saw that in the theater. I'm an old man.
You were only 8?
I was, yeah.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, that was a good movie though.
It don't take money.
Don't take fame.
Don't need no credit card to ride this train.
I'm sorry.
Or to join us.
You're just too damn loud.
Yeah, you're just too damn loud.
Yeah, I've seen it too many. Yeah, I have seen Three Amigos. Like it was literally as I was looking for those couple clips, my brain was like doing the entire movie. And one of the ones I didn't do too, which we talked about earlier, was the Martin Short and little Nettie Knickus.
Little Nettie Knickus, yeah.
Yeah, that whole bit was hilarious. I got a new shirt that is for Biff's Auto Detailing. Oh my God, Sunshine, that is super cool. Biff's Auto Detailing.
I still haven't seen the second and the third one.
What?
I've only seen the first one.
What?
I've seen parts of the second one, I think.
I think the second one's like okay. The third one I think is good. Like the third one's entertaining.
I've seen parts of. We were actually when we were on vacation last year. There was one on when we were in the hotel room. Paco probably, well, she might remember which one it was, but it was one of the second or the third. It was where Biff was going to like bet a whole bunch of money, I think. Maybe?
Well, that's the whole thing. Is that the second one is that Biff actually steals the book, takes the car, goes back in time, gives it to his younger self, and says like make all these bets because this shows all the future stuff.
Okay,
and then they go to the future, and like Michael J. Fox is like his life's all horrible and screwed up, and then he goes and finds Biff, and he's like, yeah, he gave you this book, and he was like, yeah, he's like, he told me someday, he's like, and whenever that person came, he's like, I'm supposed to shoot him, and like so then it turns into this whole they go after him and stuff. So.
Watch them back to back to back to the future. That was good. Yes.
No, wrong button. There we go. Back to back to the future. Double shot for some. That was a little shot of nostalgia. Yeah, spoiler alert. I know. Sorry, I should have done that for a movie that's 30 years old. I should have done a spoiler alert for that. Apologies. It's on Netflix. There you go. Yeah, that shirt sounds amazing. I should actually look for that shirt. That sounds super, super cool. 80s movies are officially the best. I don't know if anything like that's like I said, that's all very subjective. Overall, I think 80s movies are like here and there okay, but I think those for some reason feel the most age, where it's like oh hey, this is a John Hughes thing, and this is it's like these weird like kind of genres where I think like 60s and 70s.
Well, doesn't any movie though that unless it's like made in 1990 and it's portraying 1965.
That's the way you have to do it then. So then you're timeless.
I was gonna say then you're timeless.
Then you're timeless.
But if you're portraying how things were in 1985, then you're
you're good. Yeah, that one works.
But I'm saying that's going to be.
Yeah, but just like movies like The Breakfast Club and stuff like that. Like you look at those, it's like, ooh, this one is kind of like.
Doesn't hold up? Is that what you're saying? It doesn't hold up, or just
it just doesn't because just things are so different now. Like you can look at it as you almost have to look at it as like a period piece, which sounds weird, but it's like because that was made as like this is how it is today. Right. It's like now looking back, it's like you have to look at it as like literally like a period. You have to look at it almost like I'm watching a movie from the 40s. Like you almost have to look at it as that because that's not how high school is now. Like even when I watched it, that's not how high school was. Like that's not how any of that's. Like I mean, maybe it was for you and. At that time, like I don't know if that kind of meshed in a little bit more, but still, Biff's such about make like a tree and get out of here. And then I like it too when older Biff in the second one he actually comments, he's like, "It's make like a tree and leave. You always got that wrong." Like, yeah. Blade Runner is also a good movie. I think Blade Runner is slightly overrated.
So yeah, Princess Bride. I mean that's a great movie, but. Yeah, I think
Princess Bride, though, is also portraying a different time and a fantasy place.
Except when he's telling the story.
That's true, but I mean,
but then there's Walter Payton stuff in the background.
Exactly, and that's timeless. Yeah. Sweetness is always timeless, please. Come on. It's always very true.
Sweetness is timeless.
Sweetness is timeless. I'm going to get a shirt that says that. That is going to be my new shirt that I'm going to get. All right.
Go ahead.
Oh. No, I was going to say, let's, like I said, we'll probably wrap things up here. Are we on for next week? Is there anything you know about that we
can't? As far as I know.
All right. What should we do next week then?
I know you like to tie sometimes into the Trader Joe's things just to get the clicks.
You got a Fearless Flyer?
We do have a Fearless Flyer dropping on Monday. There's a Chardonnay, a Santa Lucia Highlands Chardonnay that we could.
What kind? Are we talking oaky buttery? Are we talking fruity? What are we talking?
I don't know. I've never had it. So,
are you saying we should give it a shot?
We should give it a shot.
Okay. So we've got that. What else do we have? I'll have to look for something. Like I said, I was glad I thought of the Navy Strength Gin, but I'll have to look for something. I don't know. Maybe we'll do one of those mixed drinks I keep yapping on about or something like that. Maybe I'll look for, like I said, one of the ones that...
I'll bring you your sweet vermouth.
Oh, yeah.
I'll also bring you your Eagle Rare.
My Eagle Rare.
If I don't bring it to you tomorrow, which I might.
Okay.
As long as you're going to be home 3-ish in the afternoon.
I might be in this room.
Leave it on your doorstep.
You could do that
nice and warm.
Yeah, well, I'll make sure to like run it. Like I gotta go grab something.
Yeah, pausing. Eagle Rare delivery.
Eagle Rare, exactly.
So,
but yeah, like I said, that sounds good. Like I said, yeah, maybe I'll try and figure out one of the mixed drinks, and I'll tie in the stuff that I was talking about earlier. And
maybe we should try Eagle Rare.
We've done that on a podcast. I guess we have. How long has that been, though?
Probably quite a while.
That probably has been quite a while. You just want me to open a bottle of Eagle Rare. I see how it is.
No, it's not. I wouldn't do that.
It'll probably already be open by the time.
Yeah.
Well, I told my wife, I was like, oh, I'm like, he found another bottle, so we got one. And it was almost like I could hear her like diving toward the cabinet to open up one of the ones we had.
It's not here.
Stop. It's not here yet. Until it's actually in my hands, I don't trust it. Stock dark roast cold brew. We haven't done too much like cold brew review things. Dark roast cold brew. That's probably go on. We have not done like too many like cold brew things, have we?
No.
We did one from King's Coast that we were kind of like, ooh, that's not, because they did like it was very light, so it was kind of like, oh god, my gut. You know what I mean? It was one of those things. I've been drinking a little more coffee lately and had one of their other blends along with the usual Arbuckle stuff, which is always still tasty. I tried them all. Stock is the best. The purple bottle, so good. All right, we'll have to look for that then, because that definitely could be something we need to find, though.
Yeah, then we could revisit the coffee roots as well.
Yeah, that is always a good thing. But yeah, we're going to call it for this evening. We're going to go raid Jav right now. He is in the midst of doing something that is very difficult in Destiny. He is doing a solo Grandmaster Nightfall run. What is that exactly? That means it's the most difficult PvE content you can do. Normally, you're supposed to do this with 3 people. He's doing it by himself. So he's going through this entire mission solo, which is a big pain in the butt. It's one of those like kind of like special things that people decide to punish themselves with. He is at the end of this strike. Hopefully, when we raid him right now, that doesn't freak him out and something doesn't happen that it makes him start over. Because he's probably been doing... I can't quite see the time. He's probably been doing this for over an hour and a half, trying to get to this point.
He has to start completely over.
That's right. He does have to start completely over. So we're going to go wish Jav luck. Hopefully he does well. And we will be in there hanging out.
We won't distract him.
If he dies,
what if our raid distracts him?
I hope
he
not.
says, curse you for raiding me.
He better not. I hope he gets through
I
this.
love you and I hate you for raiding me.
Exactly.
What if he
Raiders
says that?
curse. Hopefully he does not, because we're hoping that when we raid him, if he can make it through this, he's supposed to help me out with something tomorrow, but he has to get through this. So we need him to finish this, but we also want to go show him support. So let's go do that. But thank you guys so much for being here.
Yes, everyone. Thank you. Have a good evening. Have a good week or good day until you see maybe this guy tomorrow.
I will be there.
Thank you so much. Have a good night.
Have a good night. We'll see you next week, the two of us.